all their foods are non-GMO foods, but they had a hidden camera, and they found out that they had GMOs in most of those foods, man. You know, so that's another reason why this man got to go down. The fact that he's going to institute that chip, the mark of the beast, in Revelation 13. The fact that he's planning on enslaving the people of the United States and putting Jake back into hardcore slavery. So there's nothing good or righteous about this devil. Okay, give him the mic, and then right then.
This is Revelation 11:18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth."
And who destroyed the earth? Esau. These elites. Who's next? Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16 and 68. "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols," like the chip. Yeah,
that's right.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
And that's read some more. There's more.
Yeah.
More.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
Yeah, that madmen sparing none is talking about these troops coming into your communities and going into your houses to look for guns. Martial law. That's a word for that is martial law. And that's what's going to happen in this country. What's happening over there in Spain? There was a report that they're rioting in Spain. They're eating out of garbage cans in Spain, man. Right, and they eat from the garbage. People that were doing, middle class people, they're eating out of garbage cans. Out there in Greece, they've been rioting since 2009, man. You know? All right, go ahead, and then back to you.
I'm sorry. I was looking at 13. It's 12, though. Yep. 12 and 9. Yeah, let me start at 9. So like, I'll find it.
Okay. Pass the mic.
Step up. It's Ezekiel 4:13. "And the Lord said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them."
That's your GMOs, you know.
Going into what the brother got earlier, Baruch chapter 4, verse 14. "Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting have brought upon them. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and
Esau,
and of a strange language, who never reverenced old man, nor pitied child. These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that
you can't get around that. You can't get around that scripture, man.
Desolate without daughters."
You can't get around that scripture, you know. That's why this devil doesn't put us on any news shows. There's Israelite groups all over the country and around the world. There's not one show even speaking about us, man.
Revelation 12 and 12. "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So like Elder Tahar said, that great wrath, it's going to be real great wrath, though, because you hear us talking about martial law and yeah, but we mean it. Like, it's going to be things that you never, Elder Sakaram was telling me last night. you don't understand. Like it's the level of the disaster that's coming our way. You can't even put it into words, man. And he's already doing the devilish stuff that these brothers are mentioning now.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. I got one. I got. It's 5.
Make sure the mic is up. Make sure that thing is up.
First Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And that's what's going on right now.
Now,
Okay.
that's talking about the spiritual demon Satan, all right, in the spiritual realm, but he puts his spirit in his physical counterpart, in his children, you know? Yeah, bring it up.
Second Thessalonians tells you he who's coming is after the working of Satan. So, you know.
That's why, remember you said before about the strange language. Now, people thinking that it's talking about like English and Spanish and all this other stuff. The strange language is what you're saying that they can't comprehend. That's all it is. Because if you ever run across, if many of you go on the sites there and deal with jokers on different YouTube, Ustream, or whatever, and them jokers say, what's your point? I don't understand where you're going from. That's the strange language, brother, because they don't understand. And it's talking about shameless. He ain't got no shame to his game, man. He just does whatever the hell he feels like saying, man. You know?
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. You know, so that time is coming. Right. You know, it's brewing. Everything is brewing. When you put a pot on the stove and you put water in that pot and you turn the heat on, it doesn't boil right away. It takes a little time. You know, you might throw a little salt in there to help the boiling process. And eventually, after a while, you start seeing a little bubble here, a little bubble there, bubbling at the bottom. And all of a sudden, before you know it, it turns into a hard boil. You know, that's why they call them hard-boiled eggs. Why? Because you're boiling it in that water. And that's what's happening now. Everything is brewing, and it's coming to the point where it's going to start bubbling over. You know?
Brothers is coming by pilgrimage here. They ain't making, you don't see us getting up, traveling to different states and stuff like that, because they get the message from what is already being presented right here on camera. So this is how a lot of y'all getting this message. So what happens is that when it's trickling, it's really the Most High that's trickling this message upon, and it ain't about being in no ISUPK. It ain't about being with Zabak. Like your brothers go over here and call yourself traveling to that state. Traveling to this state. We ain't to go nowhere, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if the Most High was so-called with you, other ones that are trying to gather flock into your group, where do you think they're going to all end up in the end? Because you keep saying Mo ain't King David. So if Mo is not King David, where are you going to call yourself ending up in the end, man?
This is the book of John 3:8. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. And basically the Spirit we know is the Word. So once, you know, that's what the scripture said, there is no man that has power over the Spirit to retain the Spirit. Because once his word went out, the scripture say one man watereth, another man soweth, but the Most High giveth the increase. You know, so what's happening is when this word was taught and people hear it, all you have to do is hear the word. If you're a part of the elect, all you have to do is hear the word and you're sealed. You know, so that's what's happening. The Most High caused that flood, you know, the living waters to be taught, and brothers out there that heard and started camps, and this thing started growing, and it's still growing.
Okay, pass the mic to his brother at the precept. Pass it to him.
He's going to.
Well, this is a different one. Sirach chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. So, yeah, you know, brothers who born of the Spirit is plain.
That's right. That's right.
You know, we just catch on to it.
That's right, brother.
got it or you don't.
God.
You know, you can't make it any plainer. Either you got the truth or you don't got the truth.
One or the other.
Yeah,
You got
real cool.
Talking about Yohanan talking about he got the Yohanan talking about he home of the truth. You know, only professional men.
no more the truth.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yet he'll boast to himself like he's some goddamn great body. You understand? You ain't nobody, nigga. You never been nobody, nigga.
Real quick, you notice those other camps that got those grimy niggas?